It don't happen, oh, my wonderful people. May gonna see what in there happen. Oh, Cameroonian government, you don't suspend the maritime trade and oil activities in Bakassi Peninsula. Period to this, because of the bass boats where Biafra Nations League they give them on that area. This man will refuse to keep the bucket. I mean, the man refused to die. Even as I'm talking to you now, 6 months. Cameroonian indigenous or citizens don't know where their president is, whether the man is dead or alive. Well, according to the information we get to me this moment, I hear say the man, he don't tell all the Cameroonian forces, say, I beg, make on vacate Bakassi Peninsula, say, it don't belong to them. That place belong to the Biafran people. Whether I go like, make on take them, or not like, make on no take them. Some people will not lie. Some people come and say, propaganda. If you know be propaganda, I will read some headlines here now. And some people when they come here, they accuse me of propaganda. They accuse me of lies. Now the same people where Tunumbu, Bayononoga, Shetima, and Urunemi Tunumbu, including Akpabio, they rule with propaganda and lies. But once they hear it from Okute, they hear it from Simon Ekpa, they hear it from anybody from Biafra land, it becomes big lie, big lie. Dara and dara. Because you know how to comment. Anyway, I'm not going to get Biachi. Cameroonian government don't suspend maritime trade. Talk to say the bass boss don't do too much. Say they don't lose a lot of men for that Bakassi Peninsula, which is a battle. NNPCL still so Dangote petrol buyer marketers. Now then talk this one. All those people where they call me liars and they give propaganda, make gonna call here this one. Do you know how many times NNPC come and say that in general public Melekiyari and say that marketers now are free to go and buy fuel from Dangote and go to sell in their different fuel stations. No, this one now is not lie because now NNPC now talk am no be Okute, but if no Okute talk am now, it go be propaganda and a lie. This one is the 14th time that NNPC will come out and tell you that they have no hand in anything about business of Dangote refinery or fuel. But now, marketers now, I didn't talk this one, say NNPC, they are still the sole buyer of that fuel. When they buy finish, then they can't say retail to marketers. The who is fooling who? The same people where they buy this fuel 1,600, I be 1,005. Go still come to my comment section and call me a propagandist and a liar. Another one is coming. We're gonna see here this one. A Dabato DPO arrested, not kidnapped, Biafra Separatist leader, Prince Whale. Last but not the least, why national electricity grid will continue to collapse? Tunumbu's minister. National grid in Zojuria collapsed twice in a day. People were complaining, people were lamenting. Even the people working in that TUC, NUC, or whatever they call them, that electricity, came out and said national grid fall. Do you know that Bayononoga and Badami Amela, they came out with their open mouth wide and said national grid never collapsed. Now the minister where Tinubu appointed, the same people where they work under the same government, you don't come out now and begin to tell us now, say, that grid must be collapsing anytime, any day. But presidency don't come with their propaganda and lie and tell you nothing of such happened. But now presidency talk about people where they do, and then go see come out Okute Daily Talk channel and begin to say, I give lies and I give propaganda. Without lie, the government cannot succeed. Without propaganda, no government will succeed. The same thing without propaganda, Simon Ekpa and Mazen Namdekano can never be success where they have gotten to today. If you don't know it now. Let it get into your teeth call. Olodo. You talk lie, you talk propaganda. Propaganda does not mean lie. I explained this yesterday. Propaganda is half truth and have some kind of mixture that make it to look the same way it is. So you talk lie because now no good talk am. No be the zoo where they rule them. Mad people everywhere. If you get this message, if you like, share. If you don't like, don't share. Up to you. Let us continue. But don't get me angry now. The same people are after that lie. You talk lie. You talk lie. Come and do your own. I will be watching you. I will not talk. I will not say you talk lie. We don't know without propaganda that Biafra would have been collapsed by now. You have to mix all together because you are heading to somewhere. Or you think that in US there's nothing like propaganda. In Canada and UK there's nothing like propaganda. Cameroonian government has reportedly suspended maritime trade oil activities as Biafra royalists allegedly abducted Idabato Division Officer DPO. This is following escalated violence and pro-Biafra separatists from Nigeria. Not from Nigeria, my dear. It is from Biafra land. Trade and maritime traffic between Cameroonian and Nigeria nosedived this week after a Cameroonian state governor ordered a temporary trade ban Wednesday in the Bakassi Peninsula in response to the abduction of 2 officials from the area. Cameroonian reports about 35% of Nigerian petroleum products and basic commodities imported by Cameroon pass through the peninsula. Nigeria also depends on Bakassi for most of its cocoa and fish imports from Cameroon. On Wednesday, Bernard Okalia Bilai, governor of Cameroon's southwest region, ordered the suspension of trade and maritime activity with Zojuria in the Bakassi Peninsula because suspected gunmen from Biafra land believed to be Biafra loyalists abducted Roland Ewane, the division officer, DO, of the Idabato district. They are receiving it hot and woto. Ewane was abducted alongside Ismail Etongo, an Idabato district council staff member, and taken to Nigeria in a speedboat, Bilal said. Merchants say Cameroon has deployed troops to enforce tax payments, something that Cameroon officials deny. Cameroonians said it has written to Nigerian authorities to help secure the release of the 2 abducted officials. Joseph Vicente Ntuda Ebode, an expert on international security at the University of Yaoundé, Saoa, told Voice of America by telephone that it will be helpful if merchants pay taxes to the Cameroonian government. NNPC still sold Dangote petrol buyer marketers. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited continues to operate as the sole off-taker of premium motor spirit (PMS), commonly known as petrol, from the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, despite recent directives from the Fulani government allowing other oil marketers to begin loading petrol from the plant. On Wednesday, oil marketers confirmed that NNPC will retain its exclusive off-taker status for PMS from $20 billion Lekki-based refinery until its existing agreement with Dangote Refinery concludes. However, specifics regarding the duration of this agreement remain unclear as officials from both NNPC and Dangote Refinery have not provided information on when it will end. This development follows an announcement made on October 11, 2024 by the Fulani government through a statement from the Finance Ministry, which declared that oil marketers were now permitted to negotiate the purchase of petrol directly from the Dangote Refinery by passing the NNPC. When I hear the propaganda and the lies, Fulani government have made an announcement that oil marketers will go and buy from Dangote, but they come back. If you ask now, they will tell you that one is social media talk. The real talk is being happening behind the scene. It is stated in the statement, moving forward, petroleum product marketers are now able to purchase PMS directly from local refineries without the intermediary role of NNPC marketers. Marketers are encouraged to initiate direct purchase from refineries on mutual negotiated commercial terms, which will promote competition and improve market efficiency. For where they still come back and said they never said like that. However, after the meeting with officials of the Dangote Refinery on Tuesday, members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria revealed that NNPC was still the sole off-taker of Dangote Petroleum, pending the termination of an agreement between Dangote and NNPC. In a notice to IPMAN, members in the Western Zone, issued by the zonal chairman Southwest, Dele Tajuddin, the association said the IPMAN National Vice President, zonal chairman of Western Zone, IPMAN members and PTD zonal chairman met with the vice president of Dangote Group and many other notable staff members of the Dangote refinery yesterday, which is October 16th, 2024. We had a very useful and fruitful discussion on the direct purchase of the products from the Dangote refinery. The Vice President, Dangote, confirmed that the Minister of Finance, Coordinating Minister of the Economy, and the Minister of Petroleum Resources have directed them to commence sales of products to marketers who have duly registered with the refinery, but they are still having a pending agreement with NNPC Limited, which still subsists. Until and when the agreement is terminated by the either party, the direct sales will still be on hold. The notice stated that the IPMAN National Executive Council would meet in Abuja on Wednesday in that respect. It added, in view of this, marketers who are yet to officially register as IPMAN members should do so without wasting time, as such marketers will not benefit from this opportunity when we eventually commence lifting from the Dangote refinery. Idabato DPO arrested, not kidnapped. Biafra Separatist leader, Prince Will. Separatist leader and founder of the Biafra Nations League, Prince Will Richards, has reacted to the abduction of the divisional police of Idabato subdivision of Bakassi Peninsula, Iwane Roland. He said he was been following the situation with keen interest. Richard said even as he does not know what transpired, as he has been in the hospital when the incident happened, he believed that if Biafra fighters are behind the missing of D.O., it means he was not kidnapped, but he was likely arrested. He said though fingers are pointing at Dragon Fighter Marine, a group that operates at Idabato but don't operate like kidnappers and pirates. The Cameroon government should not pretend they don't know the grievances of our people. First, we ask them severally to withdraw completely from Bakassi, stop oil exploitation, and also not to force our people to pay tax to them as against the Green Tree Agreement, even though the agreement was between them and Nigeria. They are forcing our people to become their citizens, which is also against the Green Tree Agreement. Which one party continues to violate an agreement, the people will take laws into their hands. They know what to do for their DO to be freed from detention. When you continue to make empty threats, you create more problems. Last but not the least, while your electricity grid will continue to collapse, Tinubu is a minister. I never see anything. Mechanic now I go make minister of electric. I be minister of light. I be minister of electric. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, has stated that Nigerians will continue to experience national grid collapses due to the deplorable state of the country's power infrastructure. Speaking on Wednesday in Lagos State, Adelabu advocated for the creation of power grids in different regions or states to put an end to incessant grid collapse, as simple as that. He said the national grid collapse are almost inevitable, stressing that having multiple power grids in each region and state would ensure stability. On the electricity act signed by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2023, the minister noted that the decentralization of the power sector would help the plan to build grids in each region. Adelabu said this electricity act has decentralized power. It has enabled all the subnational governments, the state government, and the local government to be able to participate in the generation, transmission, and distribution of electricity. We all rely on a single national grid today. If there is a disturbance of the national grid, if it affects all the 36 states, it shouldn't be like that. This will enable us to start moving gradually towards having regional groups and possibly having state grids as well. And each of these grids will be removed and shaded from each other. So if there is a problem with a particular grid, only the state where it belongs will be affected, not the entire nation. So this is one of the impacts this Electricity Act will have. Speaking further, the minister said grid collapse will be inevitable without sufficient investment in the power sector. He pointed out that there was no grid collapse in the last 4 months until it happened again on Monday. Adelabu said, "We keep talking about grid collapse, grid collapse, grid collapse. Whether it is a total collapse, partial collapse, or slight trip off, this is almost inevitable as it is today. Given the state of our power infrastructure, the infrastructure is in deplorable conditions. So why won't you have trip-offs? Why won't you have collapses, either total or partial? It will continue to remain like this until we can overhaul the entire infrastructure. What we do now is to make sure that we manage the little one we have." In the last 4 months, we have not heard of any grid collapse except 2 days ago when we had a partial collapse that didn't last 2 hours. So what we work on now is how to improve our response time to bring it up each time it collapses. There are transformers of 60 years old and 50 years old, and you are expecting them to perform at the optimal rate. It is not possible. And you are telling us this one. Tinubu is busy buying 150 billion naira aircraft, Escalade, yacht, 21 billion naira for Shetima house renovation. And you are telling us that they have 60 years old transformer and 50 years. God have mercy on that country. It is not possible. That is why we need a lot of investment in this infrastructure to bring them up to speed, to bring them up to the stage that can give us a grid that will not collapse again. Anyway, my people, and I don't hear them all, that is Tinubu's minister. Who told you to be offing your refrigerator each time you go out? That is why the power is expensive. I beg, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. You are dealing with people mechanic as a minister of power. I will be right back. Kemesiano.